We are back here in downtown Glory in Geneva, and we're having an awesome conversation that's kicking off with my pal, Sarah Whitt. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Sarah, tell everyone that doesn't know about you because they live under a rock, who you are, what you do. Tell the world.
Well, I own House of 423, a women's clothing boutique on State Street in downtown Geneva.
And tell us more about House of 423.
Well, I will be in business 5 years this year, so it's a big year for me.
5 years.
5 years.
Time flies.
It really does. So my first 2.5 years were in Batavia, and I've been in Geneva almost 2.5 years.
Okay.
And it's been great. I'm known for my closet staple pieces. Denim is my best seller. I love fitting women for denim. Denim can kind of make or break your day when you're shopping. So I like to make their day.
And so let's go back a little
Sure.
bit. Before Batavia.
Yeah.
How does one just say, I mean, obviously you were into fashion and, but what propels that to, I'm going to open a women's boutique here in the Tri-Cities?
Well, it was not on any bingo card that I had for my future. I always loved fashion. I was always the friend where people would ask, does this look good together? Should I wear this? I had a dream at one point of being a buyer for Nordstrom, but now I'm a buyer for myself, which I guess is even better. But
Even better.
Yeah, it all came to play, unfortunately, during divorce. Something you don't plan on happening. And all of the things that happened during that time, I couldn't go back to what I was doing before. I was in sales and traveled a lot. So getting full custody of my daughter, I had to just completely pivot and figure out a new path for myself and for my daughter. So I was approached by Wickwood House in downtown Aurora. Her original location was next to my daughter's dance. So every Saturday after dance, we would go into Wickwood House, got to know them really well. And then we had our little stops, and Shannon Gutierrez liked my style and I think she asked me 3 times maybe before I had coffee with her and was like, okay, I kept saying no.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. So let's just do it. And I launched a little line in her shop 10 days before COVID. Everything shut down.
My gosh. And like many other small business owners in this area, the business is launching, then COVID hits. So aside from that, what were some of the scariest moments as you got started? Like in that first year, whether it was in Batavia or just as you started launching your own line?
Well, I didn't really know what I was doing.
Okay.
I mean, that phrase, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. There's so many behind the scenes pieces that just someone that is not in a small business doesn't see or know about. That is very, very stressful. And it's a huge learning curve. So I guess the scariest thing was just starting.
Right.
I really didn't know what I was doing. And then with the world shutting down, I had to make more pivots, and I don't even know if I was allowed to do this at that time. I can barely remember. It seems so long ago, but yesterday.
Right.
But I had to make money. So I started having private events out of my house. And just people shopped I turned my front room into a little boutique.
Yeah, you made it work.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about that, because now fast forward 5 years, it's not like it's just a walk in the park now. Like you're always challenging what you put in the store, trying to grow, get in front of a new audience. Obviously, you have loyal shoppers that have been with you for the last almost 5 years. But retail is tough. So you mentioned what people don't see when they come into the store, just hearing about you.
Yeah.
Take us a little bit behind the scenes on what it's like running a retail business.
Well, my brain never shuts off, as you probably know. I mean, yeah, I'm always trying to think of new ways to grow. There's so many other small business women's boutiques around me, which I love having. The more, the better, right? Because it just gives every shop more eyes,
Right.
We're all different.
Right.
I feel like this year I've kind of come into a stride, which is really nice. I kind of know where I need to focus my time to keep growing and obviously make money. But it's hard being a solopreneur. Like my sister's my only employee, but she doesn't do anything on the back end. She just basically checks people out, and which is fine. I need that help. But, knowing your numbers and the inventory, I should have like 4 people working for me. It's a lot.
Right. And you just had arguably your largest event in the history of House of 423
Yes.
recently, your VIP event
I did.
with Jenny McCarthy, whose brand you carry in store.
Mhm.
Tell us about how it came to be that she started carrying her line in your store, and then tell us more about how the event was and just people coming in and what they can expect for that product you carry.
Sure. Yeah, I actually haven't told this story yet. So
Here we go.
this is perfect. So Jenny came in with her makeup artist and another member of her team almost 2 summers ago. Yeah, it wasn't last summer, the summer before. And they came in shopping, and it was the worst possible day for her to come in. My parents had stopped at my shop in the morning and called or FaceTimed first thing in the morning, which was weird. And they had stopped at the shop after breakfast to use the bathroom. And my dad's like, yeah, you need to call a plumber. There's water on the floor, all the things. So I'm like, oh, great. So I had a plumber there working on it when she walked in. And I knew who she was when she walked in. And she was on the phone, and it was the loudest in my shop because of the plumbing. And it just kept getting louder and louder. And I was sweating so bad. And then the shop just got packed. It was like a random Wednesday. So they were all lovely. They shopped, and at checkout, she kind of asked about my shop and how I got started, and asked if I wanted to carry her skincare and makeup line, Formless Beauty. And I politely declined.
Wow. Turned down.
I did. It just didn't feel like the right fit.
Yeah.
Kind of like when Shannon asked me to start a line in
Yeah.
Wickwood House. Like I don't know. I'm really good at going with my gut, and so I did, and I said no, which is a little silly when I think about it.
Yeah.
But everything happens for a reason.
Of course.
Then they reached back out a year later. So I took a meeting and learned more, and here we are.
Yeah, and then you host a
Yes.
event in your space.
I did. So I was the first wholesale retailer in the country to carry her products, which is a huge deal. I mean, huge deal.
Yeah.
And she couldn't be lovelier. She is so kind, so caring, and so knowledgeable on the products.
Mhm.
So yes, I was lucky enough to have a private event with her and her makeup artist, Angie. And it was, kind of an intimate event. It was invite only. I think we had a little bit more than 50 people attend.
Mhm.
And yeah, they flew in after filming The Masked Singer, and were there for just a couple hours and did a full face tutorial for all of my guests. And it was amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. And rumor has it you're going to be one of the Masked Singers now. You got like the like that gift you have of singing. Now, like let's we're not in your shop now, but let's place a woman walking in the front door there. Like, what is the House of 423 woman in your eyes that's coming in? What are they looking for? What do you offer? Because you can do everything from more casual, special occasion. Tell us like what someone that hasn't shopped with you before can expect.
Yeah, if you're looking for some really high quality pieces that will span, decades, hopefully, that are just classic timeless pieces, I am the spot for you. I do carry some trendier pieces here and there, but I think it's how I grew up and how my mom and my grandma raised me, and I saw them dress themselves in just classic pieces. Sometimes you do have to spend a little bit more money on those things, but you get great longevity out of them. And then denim. I have a ton of denim, like we talked about earlier. And all of my jewelry is gold filled, which is great because a lot of women have really sensitive ears. So there's no lead or nickel in anything. So you can leave those earrings in and not take them out when you shower or swim, and they won't change color.
I love it. I don't have to worry about that. I'm not getting pierced anytime soon. Has there been, I'm putting you on the spot on this, like, has there been a customer moment in the last year or since you moved to Geneva or even back in Batavia days that kind of stuck with you, that reminded you why you got into this? Like something that stands out as I'm asking a question, I can already tell.
Yeah. And I think about this customer often because I wish I would have taken a before and after picture of her outfit before and when she left. So this was in the fall, actually last fall. She popped in because she was getting family pictures, and it was really warm that day, way seasonably warmer than she had anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
So she came in with the top she wanted to swap out and the jeans that she wanted to wear. So she found the shirt right away, and I said, can I put you in a different pair of jeans? I just want them to hit a little bit higher. And I was teaching her where it should sit on her body and little tricks that I like to give everyone on dressing yourselves. So I explained to her, when a woman is getting dressed, you really want to break your body into 3 parts. So the first part is your neck. So having either a V-neck or a necklace or something here, and then at your waist. So having your jeans sit in the right spot for your body type and tucking a shirt in. It doesn't have to be all the way around, but giving that break in your body just elongates you. And so she did not want to try wide leg jeans on. And I said, just put the wide leg jeans with it. And
Hear me out.
she left with the whole outfit. And the before and after, I had another customer in there, and she was like,
Yeah.
what? And I was like, oh, I should have.
That's really like interesting that you're, yes, of course you have a big sale, or like, and it's easy to get caught up in the numbers and everything else. But when you start to think about those individual experiences for the customer and their perspective, like you're leaving somebody walking out super confident,
Feeling great.
and not even that they didn't walk in confident, but there's a different feeling to it.
For sure.
And they're getting out of their comfort zone to allow you in to that space.
And, I don't have mirrors in my dressing rooms purposely.
Right.
Some hate it,
Right.
but then they get over it because I love to show them different options with each piece that they're trying on, so they can know a couple different ways to style it and wear it, so it's not just one piece.
Right. Now, if somebody isn't local or moved away and loves your products, tell everyone where they can find you online as well. We obviously know online shopping isn't the most effective for them to get the best experience and
Sure.
come in. But if they can't get to your State Street location, where else can they find you and still experience it, especially if they've already worked with you and kind of know what you're going to say? But tell everyone where they can find you online as well.
So my website is houseof423.com. Very easy. And I do tell customers or that I know or haven't met yet, just through social media. People message me all the time, either DM or text, to ask about products. I highly recommend doing that, especially for online shopping. It's really hard to online shop, in my opinion.
Right.
So yes, online. And then my socials are house.of.423.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 2 last questions.
Okay.
Another woman wanting to start their own business doesn't necessarily have to be in retail.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of dug into some of those affirmations that you were still finding when you first started. Any advice now? I mean, you're 5 years in. Any advice now to that person that's you 5-6 years ago, taking the leap of faith, that you would share, or what would you tell yourself back then?
I would tell myself back then to be more confident. I look back and I questioned everything, and I asked so many people's opinions, but I knew in my gut what I wanted to do. And I guess it's also with like maturing with age too, but just go with your gut. And the harder something is, that challenge is just going to make you grow even
Right.
more and have fun. And I think the other big thing I would say is to take advantage of building relationships with people in your community, other small businesses, as well as tapping into the resources that are free to help grow small businesses. There are so many out there that they're priceless.
Right. And we didn't even get into the fact that you go above and beyond to give back to the community. Your fashion show has donated proceeds to Rising Lights Project, and
Yeah.
there'll be future opportunities for nonprofits to connect with you, donations you make to, raffle baskets, and you've done that for me. So thank you.
Yeah.
What's that? You kind of just touched on it, but what's that sense of community like for you being here locally in this community?
I love it. I think with a sales background, it just has helped realize the importance of connecting more and helping. I love giving back to the community, and I love connecting people. I love connecting other small businesses that I think would be a good fit to work together. And I don't have a lot to give, but I think it's really great to model for my daughter to give back because you get that back, way more than what you give. So through my fashion shows, through different events, if you have a private shopping event at my shop, you can either get a discount for your shopping party, or you can donate that percentage to a nonprofit that you choose.
It's amazing. And we've brought up your daughter a couple
Yes.
times, right when we
Oh,
started
yes.
and
Yes,
now.
yes.
And she asked to be shouted out. So shout out Hadley. You're getting
Yes.
this shout out.
Yep.
So Had's your daughter, 12.
12 today.
12 today. It was her birthday today. Amazing. And she's ambitious and probably is a good chunk of your why. Anything you want to say to Hadley or
Yeah, I mean,
shout her out?
she
We don't want
is.
to feed her ego too much.
Yeah, I mean, she is the most mature and understanding 12-year-old. Running your own business is not for the faint of heart.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, there's things that I have to miss sometimes, or if I'm working late. And she's always like, "It's okay, Mama. I understand. You're working hard." So I love that I get to model that for her. And she's just such a great cheerleader. And she knows all the small businesses, which is great.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's the best.
Yeah. That's a good person continuing to promote to the future shoppers
Yes.
of House of 423.
Exactly.
When they start getting jobs and credit cards and all that
Yeah.
before we know it. So,
I know.
Sarah, this has been a blast. We could talk all day,
I know.
as we know. But House of 423, there's big things coming for you that I can just sense. You're 5 years in. The next 5 are going to be exponentially better. And
Thanks.
I'm excited to see all your success.
Thank
go
you.
forward.
Appreciate you.
Talk soon.
Sounds good.